Good morning, Susanna and Ben. Well, this gap is particularly prevalent in areas that are so-called disadvantaged areas. And let me just talk you through a couple of figures. So here at this school, a third of children are on free school meals. And according to research, only 29% of children in that situation will get 5 good GCSEs. Now, luckily, I'm no maths teacher, but those figures will not be strong. And actually, one of the biggest problems that they have in the north is recruiting and maintaining teachers. Now, the lady who normally sits in the seat or stands in the area that I'm in today was recruited by a charity called Teach First, which specifically trains teachers to work in disadvantaged areas. And they found this north-south divide around 10 years ago. And it seems that Sir Michael Wilshaw also says he spotted it a while ago and is now getting quite frustrated.
I think it's really worrying that children in the Midlands and the North, secondary school children, are not getting the same quality of provision as secondary schools in London and the South. Everyone in our country should have the same opportunities for success. People in the north of England are getting a rough deal. This is 2 years on the trot that I've said this, and something has to happen.
Well, to find out a little bit more about how they're coping in areas like Blackpool, let's speak to the head teacher, Simon Eccles. Simon, what else do you do to try and improve the education here at your school? Because you've got a good Ofsted rating.
Yeah, well, it's about getting the best possible teachers in front of the students, and that's through an innovative recruitment strategy and then making the school as attractive as possible to retain those staff. And we do that through a detailed training programme with our teachers and making sure that sitting behind that there's a challenging curriculum for the students, sprinkled with our Catholic care and ethos where we look after the students really, really well. And that's how we approach it. Why
is it so much tougher in the north and coastal areas like Blackpool?
It's tougher in areas around Britain that are in the report this morning, partly about poverty and partly about a lack of opportunity for the students in terms of large employers in areas like Blackpool, and then that doesn't have an opportunity for students to have those aspirations.
And how much of a problem is funding?
Funding is an issue. There is a disparity. Blackpool is one of the poorest funding local educational authorities in the country, and over the next 3 years we're facing real term cuts as a school of somewhere around 12%, which for a school, for ourselves, we're well organised and able to manage that, but for other schools that will cause issues, and it will cause issues in retaining teachers. The only way a head can save that money is to look at his overall or her overall staffing.
Thank you very much, Simon. So difficult times ahead, and the government says it will be looking at making funding fairer across the board over the next couple of years. But obviously the report today saying that needs to be done soon and improvements made quickly.